First of all, Navika, let me start on a very happy, positive note that Congress should immediately revoke suspension of Sanjay and give him the role of Chief Positivity Officer, CPO. मतलब कि कुछ नेगेटिव भी हो उसमें भी अगर पॉजिटिव खोज के कहीं से कुछ निकालना है मतलब संजय झा आई बाउ डाउन टू यू
I love that attitude anywhere Shehzad you know I love positivity
संजय झा is brand ambassador for optimism in Congress 99 चुनाव हारो तो संजय झा की तरफ देखो वो बोलेगा सब अच्छा है जी संजय झा के रफाल वाले मामले सुप्रीम कोर्ट में डिसमिस हो संजय बोलेगा सब अच्छा है जी संजय झा का पेगासस केस डिसमिस हो संजय बोलेगा सब अच्छा है जी अच्छा टुडे संजय झा डज नॉट वांट टू डिस्कस डिटेल्स टुडे इज द डे टू डिस्कस डिटेल्स संजय जी लेट मी टेल you wanted point number 1 stay on the full act yes sir you said full act should be stayed number 209 para of the order says that no full stay will be granted. Then how much stay they have got? 3 provisions partially stayed, not even stayed. Partially the relief has been given out of 48 provisions. That's less than 6%. But which ones? 5 years you cannot be the practicing Muslim part. The 5 years you have to be practicing Muslim. Then only you can make a waqf. Has not been stayed. It has only been clarified that till the time rules are not made, this will not be in effect. So no stay there also. Then they said that there should be no non-Muslim in the Waqf board. The court today has said that there can be at least 3. There can be non-Muslims also and 3 can be there. On the CEO point, they wanted that there should be Muslim CEO. The court said we can have Muslim CEO, but we cannot say that this should be the provision. Then after that, they wanted Waqf by user to be completely protected. The Waqf by user has been removed and the court did not intervene. After that, they wanted tribal lands to be given away for Waqf. The court has said tribal lands cannot be given away for Waqf. So I want to know from my positive friend, Mr. Sanjay Jha, women representation has been ensured, Aga Khani representation has been ensured, Sushasan, Samajik Nyay and Samvidhan Suraksha has been ensured because tribunal's verdict will not be the final verdict. Now you are having a situation where there will be a kind of a full constitutional system that will be followed for all religions. It will not be a special preference for Muslims. So now tell me, what are you celebrating about? The fact that you wanted Vijaypura farmlands to be taken over by Waqf? You wanted Taj Mahal to be taken over by Waqf? You wanted the Eden Gardens to be taken over by Waqf? Today it is a resounding slap by those people, for those people who wanted Sharia above Samvidhan, who said that this law should be put in the dustbin. Their arguments have been put in the dustbin.
Well, I'm coming to you, Sanjay Jha, but I want to read out for you para 152 of the judgment, where the judgment notes that the Solicitor General, Mr. Tushar Mehta, has already said that the amendment in the Waqf by user matter will be applied prospectively and not retrospectively. Contention that lands vested in Waqf would be grabbed by government prima facie holds no water. They've said that there is no malintention in this one. Also, they have said that after noticing such instances of misuse, if the legislature finds that the concept of Waqf by user has to be abolished, and that too prospectively, in our view, the same cannot prima facie be said to be arbitrary. It is not arbitrary, and that was the biggest argument by the opposition.
But Navika, let me just give you the hard facts on why this is a big victory for the opposition and anybody who cares for a secular democracy in the country. Number one, there are 8,72,000 Waqf properties registered in India. Okay, now look at this data. 13,000 have legal cases, 59,000 have been encroached, 4,36,000 have an unclear status. Now, what is this verdict of the Supreme Court stated very categorically, and why Shehzad should be embarrassed about it? Because the verdict is very clear that the government now is not going to be the last authority to settle a dispute on whether a property is Waqf or not, which is exactly the roundabout way by which they were trying to make the district collector come into play. Yes, I agree with you. The Waqf by user is prospectively, and they were trying to make the retrospective effect a questionable item for dispute, which has now been totally negated.
Sanjay Jha, now you know, mythological issues cannot be brought up on this show, nor in the Supreme Court. No retrospective claim was being made by anybody. Everything was prospective, and that was in black and white there. But the fear-mongering that it would be retrospective, places of worship would be taken up, that really has gone out of the window, and Faizan Kidwai of the Samajwadi Party. My question to you is, ये जो डराने धमकाने का पूरा कोशिश था कि पूरी minorities डर जाएंगी और create a narrative such that they live in fear and they come to you because they are your vote banks, that has been completely negated by the verdict today, number one. And number two, today, would you think it's an opportune moment to remind Mr. Rahul Gandhi that institutions in this country are working without fear or favor? The Supreme Court has stood up, taken notice, and in a democracy, the courts exist for whatever goes wrong, it will be settled, just as it did settle in the case of Rafale, in the case of various other issues. Faizan Kidwai?